Own a 3-0 defeat here at Dens Park. Your thoughts on the match?
Well, first and foremost, I don't think you'll ever see a 3-0 game like that when actually the team that's lost had so many gilt-edged chances. And if truth be told, played a bit of football. But what we were is we've obviously given up. I mean, the first goal, if the boy's onside, then is it a penalty? I'm not sure, but that being said, the boy dispatches it. The second goal again, it looked a clear foul on Coyle Day. And to be fair to the lad, listen, he scored a 35-yarder in the top corner. It was an unbelievable finish right in the stroke of half-time. So we spoke at half-time, we asked him to come out and get the ball down and play, which we did. I mean, those, prior to them obviously getting that third goal on the counter-attack, which they're very good at incidentally, but I mean the amount of chances we had, and I'm not talking about half chances, I'm talking about gilt-edged goal-scoring chances. So we know we can always create. What we have to learn, and this is an important lesson, as we learned after Ayr United in this league, this league can be ruthless, and that's what Dundee punished us for that today. They obviously scored the third goal off a bit of a melee, but they were always dangerous in the transition, as you would expect. They're good players out of the Premier League and everything else. But we'll learn quickly. We're a young team, and if I'm truth be told, I'm heartened by that, because I've certainly never seen that coming. Not losing games, that can happen to anyone. I just meant in terms of the goals that were kind of given up, and not the third one. It was obviously, I thought that was a free kick, but certainly the first one, the third one, are very avoidable. And that being said, the chances we had, the football we created. So disappointing day. I mean, the amount of fans that came and got behind the team, it was absolutely fantastic. Credit to them. Thank you for that. They stayed with the boys to the last second, which I love. And we'll pick ourselves up. We'll get better for that. As I said before, there's going to be some punches in the nose as we travel on our journey. But we'll take our medicine. We'll pick them up and be ready to go again. But there are certainly learning points from that game today. And I said that to the lads. Whether one or two felt they'd arrived, having won 3 games in a row, that doesn't happen. One thing you're guaranteed in football is if you take your eye off the ball, you're going to be punished. And we were today.
It did feel a wee bit like a lesson in just being clinical. Some of your really good chances came almost in the minutes before they've taken a couple of goals.
Well, no, listen, 0-0, first 20 minutes we were excellent. Dundee hadn't been up the park. And then one obviously long counter ball, whether he's offside, and even for Stephen, for learning, Stephen doesn't, even if he is onside or offside, Stephen doesn't have to gamble with that. Stephen's got so much pace that nobody's going to beat him in a race. So I've said that to him there, and that's the thing that he'll learn from that and learn quickly. Not to be gambling whether offside, no, just run in, do your defensive job, which he's more capable of doing with the pace he has. So that was certainly a big point. Gave them a little bit of belief, I think, because at 0-0 we were the team pushing forward. They keep a couple of great saves to keep them in it. So yeah, you've got to be ruthless, you've got to be clinical, and if you are, it'll make the game so much easier. But we're creating chances as well. How we've not scored today is an absolute mystery, given as I say, real clear-cut chances. But again, we'll pick ourselves up. You do one or two things, you feel sorry for yourself, which is not in our nature. We pick ourselves up Monday and we get ready to go. As I said before, I certainly wasn't getting carried away winning 3 games in a row. And we'll look at this, we'll dissect it, we'll analyse it. But we'll not be too down. We'll get them lifted and ready to go, ready to win another tough game next week when it comes about.
Thanks, Owen.
Pleasure as always. Cheers.